much longer than that. Dimwit, the rules are the same as they always have been, 13 to 17. Buckaroo. Everybody's like, Leviticus has a face. Yes, he does. And he has a beard, which, of course, according to my predictions, means that he's got the advantage. As, you know, beard and facial hair equals more wisdom. We may see Dimwit come into the championships in a few weeks with a Sharpied-on beard. We'll see what happens. But beards, they grow on you. But all right, we've got a ready. I guess I'll be calling this first game solos. We don't have Ethan back. That's fine. See if I can summon him. All right, we have readies from both players. Channel's mascot could easily be a pirate named Captain Dave Beardo. All right. And by pirate, I mean a pill with an eye patch. I mean, we would have to give, like, what, the blue virus an eye patch? I think that would work. Anyways, we've got 3, 2, 1, go. Both players off. Leviticus getting started, and Dimwit coming in about 4 seconds behind. And looking at these boards, I would say Dimwit's got the early favorable board. There's a lot of separation between viruses for Leviticus, meaning combo opportunities are 1 and 0 drop combo opportunities, not going to be very fruitful. But if you look at Dimwit's board, it's a bit of a zigzag, but there is a lot of clustering there, which can help him out. Early on, it looks like the virus advantage is to Leviticus, as he's starting to make some very aggressive clears, but now keeping a almost red exclusive top line. Has a bit of stuff in 7 and 8 that can help him out, but not a lot of diversity on his board. Meanwhile, looking at Dimwit's board, Dimwit's got a good double clear there, one garbage, 1 virus, and going to make a horizontal play, setting up for another combo. No, he's going to use the double blue to clear that stack out. Interesting decision, as it's now 35 to 30. Leviticus maintaining pace, but Leviticus is going to have to start addressing columns 6, 7, and 8. He's got way too much going on over there. Meanwhile, average top line maintenance is being maintained by Dimwit, as he is at 29 viruses. But the virus lead still in Leviticus's favor early on here, but both players about 90 seconds in, looking real good. 24 to 18 here, as Dimwit trying to look for some plays here. You do see a lot of double opportunities. Leviticus leaving that column 8 hanging, I think, a bit too long. Going to need to start addressing it. But again, getting a lot of blue-yellow, as he's getting everything else clear. Everything that he has available to him, he can clear out. That yellow is going to be a bit of an issue, but he does make a tuck, trying to set something up, as he's now down to 7. But now here comes Dimwit, as there's a lot of opportunities for triples. He's going to take the horizontal double. He's now down to 5. He's taken the virus lead over Leviticus. The 4-seed Leviticus versus the 3rd-seeded Dimwit here in the finals, the November championships. And these players both secured very low seeds into the Speed Championships going on next month. But right now, these two players want to get the victory. I know Leviticus has been hungry for it. He was so close last month. He wants to take it away from Dimwit. He's out first. He was out at about a 239 and a 241 for Dimwit. So as the clock goes, these players neck and neck. Uh, 55-51 Leviticus maintaining a bit of a virus lead. and you're about to see Dimwit try to go for a drop cross. Excellent move there. That'll put him at 51, and a pretty diverse top line for Dimwit, and a lot of doubles for him, but a wide open center of the board for Leviticus. He's got a crater. He's going to have to start taking a look at doing something about that, but also columns 1, 2, and 3 need some tender loving care, as you don't want to leave those stacked up too high later on in your level. So taking a look now, it looks as though Dimwit in the lead by quite a bit. It's opened up a double-digit lead, has made some great moves, and Leviticus hung up. It looks like he made a misplay in column 2. That's going to hang him up. That might be critical at this point. He makes the good clear. Both players on high speed, and when you're stacked up that high on high speed, plays become even riskier. Makes the conservative play and drops his garbage. Probably the right call. But that yellow virus in 3 is going to be a choke point for Leviticus. Looking at Dimwit's board, he's still on 14, 11 viruses to go. A horizontal double there. We're going to just see more critical clears there. A great clear there by Dimwit, and he's now down to 4, opening up a massive lead over Leviticus here early on. Again, these two have never faced each other before. And, you know, two different play styles. Dimwit very methodical, likes to play those tight space combos. Leviticus very blunt force, but also really smart with his combo play. I would say his best aspect is his end game. So if anything's going to get him out of the hole he's in right now, it's going to be in these end level situations. As you see, he set him up well, and now he did another misplay in column 1. Oh man, you have to wonder if those nerves are starting to get to him from being in the final setting again, having such a close match against Floyd. Or maybe just knowing you're going up against Dimwit. I mean, it is a mental thing. Myself, having played against folks like Packy and Dimwit in bracket play, you know, it's definitely a mental thing, because you know you have to play at your absolute peak to, you know, hold anything against these guys. And Leviticus really has jammed himself in columns 1 and 2. Meanwhile, Dimwit, 44 viruses to go on level 15, midway through his run here in this first of the best of 5 in this championship match. Leviticus shaking his head, not happy with how he's going so far, but he can bounce back. He again, when he makes misplays, he gets a little bit too much into his own head. Just gotta, you know, shake it off and keep playing. Do your best to work around it. It is 28 on 15 for Dimwit to 6 on 14, and everything is in column 1 for Leviticus, but it looks like he's cleaned everything up, which is real nice to see. He's only got the 3 viruses to go, and looks like he's forcing red-yellow. I don't know about that decision, but now he's kind of forced his hand here, but he got that double yellow. He'll be out at 632, but he's got a heck of a lot of ground to make up, as he is down by 50 viruses going into level 15. And despite the margin, our chat cheering on and encouraging the challenger here, Leviticus, the 4 seed. As far as the seeds go, he is the challenger, but right now we're going to crown a new monthly champion. It's just a matter of who. And you would think at this point with the margin that this one's probably game 1 to Dimwit, but you don't want to call that so early on. You know, Dimwit could make just as much of a misplay as Leviticus could. So anything goes here, probably making more of a call closer to 17, but right now at about a 7:21, Dimwit out of 15, and Leviticus has a good board. I like what he's got going on in the bottom right. He can do a lot of double clears, especially horizontally. Puts that double blue down in a very awkward place. That's going to slow him down quite a bit. And I think he's just tilted on this. What he needs to do, you know, not necessarily abandon this first game, but you know, take a deep breath. You've got a lot more opportunities to go on. One mistake's not the end of the world. As I'm joined once again by Ethan.
Finally good to be back, thank you.
Early on here, we are at level 16 for Dimwit with 47, level 15 for Leviticus with 22. Leviticus making several critical misplays, and they seem to cascade it a bit, and it's really just a matter of nerves, I think, at this point.
Yeah, and that does kind of happen to you when you get into the finals. You really want to try to you push yourself a little bit. You kind of get, and especially after the break, you kind of get that little bit. Your adrenaline starts to run down a little bit, and that does kind of do more harm than good.
Well, he also had the advantage of playing first, which means that he won. He got a little time to relax. I know some players like to continue practicing just to stay warm. Some players will go on a come down, take a deep breath or two. As Dimwit now down to 26 viruses and has a pretty open board. I don't like the crater he's made for himself, but I would think that Dimwit has to be aware of what kind of lead he has.
I think he does, and he is playing a little bit. Oh no! Leviticus tops out
on 15. Oh no! And he's just going to DNF. It looks like he's reset his timer and gone back to title.
He has.
So he is going to take a DNF. So yeah,
that is so disheartening to see. So and F's are popping up in the chat for Leviticus there. Oh my goodness.
So this is Dimwit can choose to finish if he'd like. He is well ahead, so it would be considered a victory for him. What we'll do as far as the time goes,
I think he just noticed, and I think he's just going to go ahead and take that top, and he's going to win.
So what we'll be doing as far as the match goes is we'll be calling it a DNF at the time that Leviticus DNF'd, and we'll give the victory to Dimwit at that point. So that's really rough. And again, sip of water, deep breath, get it out of your mind. You've got more opportunities. The first win will go to Dimwit here early on, and Dimwit saying to his opponent, next game's a completely different game. But yeah, a DNF in the finals. I think Leviticus just kind of let the frustration get to him. Again, deep breaths. Leviticus is a great player. There's a reason why he's in these finals. And he's just got to maintain composure.
Absolutely, and that top out was just an unfortunate case of just and I know exactly what he was trying to do. He was trying to push that piece all the way to the left, and it was just a couple frames too late.
And as he said, he may as well reset for the next game than stew in my tilt for 3 more levels. A good mindset, a good positive mindset. We appreciate that.
Absolutely, we're gonna good attitude to have.
Straight into game 2 now. Game 1 to Dimwit on a DNF from Leviticus. Top outs don't just happen in Tetris finals, folks. All right.
Looks like we've got readies from both players. We're going to get a little countdown in just a bit. And in 3, 2, 1, go!
So Leviticus just making a mental reset here as we start game number 2, Dimwit versus Leviticus. And again, these players have great standing going into the championship next month. You don't want to say that this is a casual match for the championship here, as I'm sure you would want to go into the championship winning this tournament. But, you just have to shake off everything that happened in that last game and move forward. And it looks like that's what Leviticus is doing, is he's maintaining pace with Dimwit early on.
Yeah, doing a great job holding his own against Dimwit right now, although Dimwit is taking a slight lead. He is having to deal with some garbage, but Leviticus is making the best of it.
Both players without really any blue to speak of on their top lines. And,
that's going to be a little concerning, but Leviticus making the best of it.
Leviticus playing a bit dangerously in columns 5 and 6, but manages to work it out and has a pretty decent board. He's got garbage in 7, but with that play right there, he set himself up and cleaned his board.
Yeah, it looks pretty good right now. He's only a few viruses behind at the moment, but he's got everything set up beautifully. He's doing a great job there.
Yeah, I think he's let that first game just get behind him, and only a half a dozen viruses behind Dimwit at this point, as both players are at about 90 seconds into this first match, or second match rather.
Yeah, and they've got very good boards right now. Dimwit's got a horizontal to work with. He just takes care of that.
Dimwit's got good diversity on his board, but he's letting not the average top line's a bit precarious. You look at column 7 and 8. You would optimally love to have horizontal doubles there, but I think he's going to have to force a vertical play on those cluster of viruses in rows 4 and 5.
Yeah, and that is kind of what he's going for here. Looks like Dimwit's waiting for a piece. Gets a combo to clear that out the way. Nice little tuck.
Leviticus has a good endgame here, and again, he's a very, very good endgame player. So he's got a good opportunity here to get some doubles, and goes for the tuck. I think that's the smarter play, and then goes for the cross.
Yeah, that's an okay play there. That's the right way to go.
I think horizontal's the key for that yellow and 4. He's going to have to force a vertical play, I think, at this point on that red in 8. Good combo drop there, and now he's got himself a good board. Meanwhile, Dimwit 14 level 14 with 52 viruses to go at about the 2 3/4 minute mark. One more red for Leviticus. Let's all just cross our fingers for it. There it is.
He's got it.
54. So he's 15 viruses behind. Not by any means out of this.
No, not out of it at all. He's still got a lot. He's got a lot of work to do, but he's definitely good enough to be able to pull it off.
And again, Dimwit opening up a crater on his board seems to be making that tendency a lot throughout this tournament. Uncharacteristic of him.
Yeah, he's got a lot of open space. Dimwit does on his side of the board. This is going to give Leviticus a chance to make a bit of a comeback here.
Leviticus just needs the RNG to cooperate just a little bit. It doesn't seem
shaking
like it's
his head
happening.
a little bit. He is.
He's got a tuck play there. Really just not able to get any clears going. Not being able to build any momentum. And that's always brutal, especially early on. He's got a bit of a crater up high, but looks like he's been making some plays to set up combos, and will drop this. Look at this beautiful cross combo. See,
that was great.
Great plays like that will keep you in these games, as it's still about a 15 virus advantage, but Leviticus was creeping a bit closer. Meanwhile, looking at Dimwit's board, it's column 1 is Dimwit's big pain point right now, as he does have doubles there, but he's got red and blue everywhere, and not a lot of yellow really to work with.
Yeah, not a lot to work with there. Well, that was a great horizontal clear from Dimwit. Didn't take the horizontal clear, though. See if he sees it. He takes it there. That's a good play. Yeah, he's doing a very good job with the 0 clears. Now he's got to wait for red. And it's only sprinkling in a little bit. Still waiting on a few more reds to pop down. We'll get him. Now he needs a blue.
Not quite a sub 5, but darn close. Now he's playing a big spire. You want to be careful
there
with that. 504. I think these players probably going to be having second thoughts about having to make spires that high after what we saw earlier.
Yeah, especially after what happened last game. I think they're both going to have a lot of second thoughts about it.
Leviticus has a pretty good board setup here. Going to make that horizontal clear on those reds. He's got a traffic light in column 8, but he can definitely do some work here. And look at that excellent combo.
Oh, that was a great combo there. But now he's getting all reds.
And now he's got to be careful. He's got to force that blue horizontal play, because otherwise he's going to put himself in a dangerous situation. He's out at 549, and he is officially... we'll call it 22 viruses behind Dimwit here in this second game in this best of 5 championship, as Dimwit does a nice drop cross combo, and he is at 35 viruses on level 15. Remember, these players playing levels 13 through 17.
great job here from both players. Leviticus seems to be recovering well from that little game one snafu there.
Yeah, and if anything,
a nice tight board.
And if anything, just trying to maintain pace is enough of a moral victory. But he would love to see a surge. He's got a good board to do it with. A lot of horizontal clears coming into play on doubles, and a lot of 0-1 drop setups that he has for himself as well here on 15. But it looks like DmWit opening up on this right now. Has
and Leviticus with a missed drop.
He's just gotta work around it and not let it affect him. We saw how that happened in game one. He can't let that get to him again.
Yeah, and it looks like he's doing a good job with it. And he almost misplayed that another one, but he gets it cleared. The DmWit clears out at a 7:04.
And DmWit early on trying to go for some horizontal clears, getting a little dangerous there.
Yeah, he's riding a little too close to the top here. That's so precarious.
A top out wouldn't spell doom for him, but look at that combo he turned it into. It's a real risky play, but he did stay the course, and it got him a big early combo.
Yeah, that was a great play there from DmWit. Looking on Leviticus's board, he's having to deal with a lot of garbage right now. He's got things set up for some chain reactions, but none of the pieces he needs is coming.
No, and he's a bit hung up early on here. He would love a double blue, and there it is. Look at that big fat T combo. A big fatty. All right. Leviticus looking for a horizontal setup here, and he's going to have a good combo. It doesn't go for it, but he still maintains a good play there and breaks that up into two separate strong plays. And he has 18 viruses to go on 15, really just trying to avoid being lapped as DmWit down to 26 on 16.
Yeah, and Leviticus is doing a good job keeping everything nice and clean. He's got everything set up to get a horizontal clear on that red if pieces cooperate. Well, he did. Yeah, it looks like he's just going to try to clear everything out there from that side. And now having to deal with some junk there in the middle. DmWit, though, down to 10 viruses, so he has officially lapped Leviticus. As they are now in equal viruses, but one level different.
And I know this is the finals. I really think, while we are saying, you got to keep that this play out of sight, out of mind. I still think in the back of his head, it is affecting him. And I think just the pressure of playing a player like DmWit, and now
and Leviticus is already in trouble there, and he gets out of 15. Yeah, I think the pressure is starting to get to Leviticus a little bit. That is a little bit of the psychological play.
Everybody here cheering him on, though. Again, this is one of the most supportive communities I've seen in any, in my years of video gaming. So, everybody wants everybody to do their best, even though one player has to win. We want to see everybody at their best and encourage them. And DmWit makes an early misplay.
But gets a clear out. Very nice.
The fortuitous double yellow. That could have been a big problem for him, as is 61 viruses to go for DmWit. Meanwhile, Leviticus has been unlapped at this point. And it has a really strong 16. I like his early board, and I like his late board, too. A lot of doubles, a lot of zero drop opportunities. Really strong board.
Yeah, it's a really good board to have, and he's already setting up some nice advanced play on his board. He's going to try to get rid of those double blues at some point there in that right side. He's going to need to do that if he wants to get some extra chances to clear out some yellow.
I like what he's doing here. He's going to have a triple drop, so a five virus combo in that little of space. A brilliant play by Leviticus.
That's a great job there.
16.
And Leviticus still having a little struggle, but he's definitely doing a good job with the pieces he's got. He's adapting to his situations well.
And he's playing
and he's narrowing the gap. He's back on the lead lap.
And also, this is an extremely good 16 that he's having. This is one of those confidence builder levels. I mean, there is a big margin, but the fact that he's playing 16 as well as he is right now, got to be encouraging.
Absolutely, he's doing a great job with it right now. It is looking likely. I'm going to say likely that Dimwit is going to take game number 2 here. But Leviticus doing a great job with what he's got. He's doing really good to kind of hold on to his pace and managing that garbage. Man, that red-yellow garbage is not what he wanted to see.
I have to read this quote in chat. Lev flexing his hustle muscle so he can do the struggle juggle. Don Venier asking, at what AI level do I need to set my game against to emulate facing Dimwit? 20. All right. 21 viruses to go here on 17. Leviticus in a bit of a bind here, closing out 16. We're all really pushing and encouraging him to beat this level down. He's so close.
I think he will beat it down. He's got a few more viruses to go. He can do it. He can definitely get it done.
And a 6-pack combo for Dimwit that puts him at 11. So he's a bit hung up here on the end of 17. But Leviticus appearing in 17 before Dimwit finishes is what we'd all love to see. And
he just needs a couple more yellows to get it done. And he will. He'll be on 17.
At a 13:03. And here comes Dimwit. As he's going to do a quad drop and be out at 13:06. So Leviticus did manage to get into 17. But it is now 2-0. So Leviticus behind the 8 ball. But we've seen crazier things happen in this tournament. It's now 2-0 in favor of Dimwit.
Yeah, and you can kind of see Leviticus kind of shaking his head a little bit here. I think he definitely feels psychologically behind the 8 ball here. So this might be something for him to really try to take a deep breath here. Let's see what we can do with it. And the game 3 is a brand new game. Let's just see, and we'll see what we can work with it.
Floyd saying Packy and Dimwit should just play each other every other month. You play each other every month and have a kiddie tournament for everyone else. The kid table tournament. Time to beer it up, Leviticus. Or whiskey.
Either are both good choices. Provided you are old enough, please drink responsibly.
Dimwit has to start doing shots before each level.
All right, looks like we've got it ready from Leviticus.
We're just getting a timer reset from Dimwit.
Yeah, just need a reset. There you go. All right, and we have it ready from Dimwit here, so we are ready for counting it down in 3, 2, 1, go! We're good to go for game number 3. And Leviticus already off to a blazing start.
He's got a really good board. I like his board. A lot of double opportunities in a lot of different directions all over his board. Even with the gaps in his board, I'd still like it. Taking a look at Dimwit's board, a lot of double red opportunities. You see a 2x2 looks to be in column 6 and 7. But a lot of everything clustered in the middle of his board, which is going to slow him down early on. Meanwhile, Leviticus has opened up his board and has maintained a 10 virus lead early on. This is the Leviticus we were all looking to see.
Yeah, he's doing a great job here. This is the kind of board that can really get Leviticus back into the hunt. He's doing a great job with his board. I like what he's doing here, trying to focus on columns 1 and 2. He really needs to start doing that at some point. Otherwise, that's going to really linger on him in the end game.
He's doing a great job, too, of maintaining top-line diversity. He is hung up with columns 1 and 2 and a little bit of 3. I think he's really hunting for a double blue to really help him out there, but he's making good horizontal plays. And there's the blue he was looking to play. Good combo there, eliminating the garbage. And
and Leviticus misplays.
But he's got the viruses or the pills he needs to clear it out. So it's just, it's a hiccup of a couple of seconds. Just you got to recover from that. And it looks like Dimwit's starting to have to make some forced misplays.
Yeah, Dimwit's starting to slow down a little bit here. Having to work some combos, but wow, what a triple play from Dimwit.
Had to force that drop combo. He's now into single digits. And that left corner is starting to slow Leviticus down. You really
But he gets the right piece. He's going to clear out at 154. That is an incredible time for level 13.
Meanwhile, Leviticus with a red heavy top line. He could do something really cool here. No, he couldn't, because it would not be possible. But an entire row.
He tried to do it. He tried to get that little yellow top.
There was no risk with that. It was a low risk play. So the worst that happens is he gets it, or the best that happens is he gets it. The worst that he doesn't. He's really got to be careful about these spires. It's putting him in dangerous situations, and really just got to start evening up your stacks when you have issues like that. It looks like that's what he's done. He's balanced everything back out. He'll be out at a 244 going into 14. He's down by 26, but I do like his board.
Yeah, RNG was very generous to Leviticus on that last bit of level 13. That was some great RNG on his end, and he's doing everything right in these opening moves so far. Nice little tuck there. Oh, and he just turns it just in time. Gets a good clear, and he is starting to narrow the gap a little bit.
And a good horizontal play there, and now he's converting for a reverse drop, or he's just going to drop the stack of yellow garbage down one row. Good play. 44-21 at about the 3.5-minute mark for these players. Both players on 14. Dimwit up 2-0 over Leviticus.
Yeah, but I like Leviticus's playing. He's finding very quick clears. It's only looking at about and averaging about 2-3 drop for his pills. So that's actually really good for him right now.
Yeah, he's making good low effort combo, or low drop effort combos rather. I don't say low effort combos. But a good horizontal clear there. He's dropping everything. He's kind of clustered himself with those rows just by the layout, but a good combo will definitely open his board up a bit. Meanwhile, looking at Dimwit down to 7. A lot of single color action. He's a double red would be optimal. And now it doesn't matter.
Leviticus misplays. An unfortunate misdrop there.
What he's doing now, though, is he's working around it and tucking underneath, so the misdrop doesn't affect him that much. He can come back and deal with it later, and he's going to get that double blue, and a good call there to place it there on column 3. And he's going to just clear the garbage. A good call, cleaning his board back up. Sometimes you just need to get back into a neutral space like that. A good horizontal clear. He's down to 15, and Dimwit's, I don't want to say struggling, but column 7's going to start being an issue if he doesn't address it, and he does.
And he just took care of it right there. And now it's going to be a really blue and red heavy border right now. Oh man, I think that yellow might have been a bit of a misplay there on Dimwit's side of the board.
There's nothing really to play underneath it as far as virus clearing goes, and Leviticus with a strong finish here to 14 out at 523, and he will be down by, he's narrowed the gap, he's down by 23 at this point.
Yeah, I mean, when he first came in, it was about a 19 virus difference right there, so he has narrowed the gap. And he's doing a good job with the pieces he has. I think he's going to probably have to start addressing that left side of the board.
He is, and he's going to need red. It's just almost in a total red top line, which can get frustrating. He's got a good opportunity. He had an opportunity for a drop combo horizontally with those reds. I think he's seeing it now. He does get that clear. 55 viruses to go at about the 6 minute 5 second mark. 19 viruses on 15 to go for Dimwit. Dimwit clearly in cruise control right now, looking to obtain championship number 5.
Yeah, but I like Leviticus's boards right now, keeping it really relatively clean. having to deal with some garbage on the blue side, since he's can only do red and yellow right now. But it looks good for him right now. He can probably hold himself up really good.
6 viruses to go on 15 for Dimwit. 37 to go as Leviticus making good, strong plays. I would love to see... Oh, look at this drop. Excellent play. That's a good way to get 5 viruses off your board very quickly. And 1 piece of garbage is definitely worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great play there from Leviticus. Dimwit just needs a couple more reds. Needs 3 more.
And again, Dimwit, a little bit time's eaten up when you have to clear garbage like that when there's only 1 virus left. Sometimes I do it inadvertently. But again, with the lead he has, not that big of a deal, but not something you want to get complacent doing.
No, you absolutely don't. Because if you try to wait for the piece to pop in, you could run the chance of getting into like I said, when you get too complacent, you get a little more relaxed in your play. You might accidentally misplay something, and that could just really wreck your level.
And Leviticus right now with a very strong 15. He's already down to about single digits. Now he's at 8. And at about the 8-minute mark for him. Doing really well. Dimwit maintaining a good pace, though. It's really hard to catch up to Dimwit when he's making just steamroll plays like this.
He really is right now, and Leviticus is definitely making the right plays here. He just needs a blue to get out of 15, and he will at about an 8:22. He's looking at a 31 virus difference at this point.
I really like this opening board. If he can get some yellows, he can really start doing some damage.
Yeah, RNG kind of smiled on him a little bit there, clearing out all those reds almost instantaneously.
And he's just making very efficient plays here to try to maintain pace, stay in this game. He's already down to almost under 50 viruses, and with a couple of plays, that's where he will be. As Dimwit on 16 to 27 to go, it is a 23 virus advantage. Again, Leviticus maintaining pace. You'd love to build up and get a bit closer, but maintaining pace means that you're not doing worse.
Yeah, so as long as it doesn't matter if you're not doing better, as long as you're not doing worse. And I would say the argument is that he's definitely fitting that mark right now. Holding on to it's less than 30 viruses right now for Leviticus. Oh, what a big lightning bolt there too! Gets him down to 24. He is scratching away at Dimwit's lead here.
Dimwit's going to have some garbage management to address here, but now he's addressed it pretty much almost immediately.
Oh, a bit of a long drop there from Leviticus. Not what you want to have.
And a drop combo
there. And I see what Leviticus is trying to do to get the red cleared out there, but
it's the thing. He had a strong opening board. It was just everything from on his right side has just not been addressed. That's going to slow him down, and especially with that garbage up top in 7.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be an issue for him at this point. And again, that long drop is Dimwit now in level 17. This is championship point for him. And it looks like Leviticus is kind of focusing on that junk, trying to clear out the garbage, and it's not really helping him in getting any progress. Although he is down to 18 viruses, so give him good credit for that. Looking at Dimwit's board here, it looks pretty clean though. He's gonna have to deal with that garbage in column 8.
It's clean, but he got
setting everything up right.
It's clean, but he got handcuffed early on, and has a very yellow heavy top line. Looks like he's starting to address all those issues and has some doubles and quads that he can take care of. It's 44 to 12, but Leviticus making smart plays now on 7 and 8. really just is dependent on certain pills, and there's just a lot of blue that's just handcuffing him as well.
Yeah, it really is. And then now he's going to have to clear out that right side. It's going to be really troublesome for him right now. Oh, not getting the red where he wanted it, unfortunately. But setting everything up there, he will get into level 17 if he gets a red. Oh, that was the red yellow he needed. But he'll get a nice little setup there. He'll be in level 17.
At 1203, but it's just almost 24 viruses for Dimwit to get championship number 5 here and go into our World Championships next month with a statement victory. But meanwhile, Leviticus, 63 viruses. It's pretty insurmountable at this point. But we're definitely cheering for him here to just surge, and that's what he's doing. He's making good aggressive plays here just to try to narrow that gap.
Yeah, he's making all the right moves here. He's doing a good job with that. But let's see, looking at Dimwit's board, 7 to go here. He's got the combos ready. I don't know if he's going to do this whole Blaze of Glory here, but he gets a nice fat lightning bolt there.
And it's just going to be a couple of blues horizontally, and Dimwit will lock in the November championship at 1301. Congratulations to Dimwit, our November Dr. Mario monthly champion. Leviticus gave an absolute monster run, despite that, that top out early on. I would say he recovered pretty well, and we're going to see him representing the 3rd seed next month for the World Championship. So he has nothing to sneeze at right now, Ethan.
No, not at all. Leviticus gave it a good run, even with the mistake that happened up there in that top out. Even with that, he recovered from it. He managed to do good with what he had. Yeah, I mean, we could argue about efficiency all till the cows come home, but that's neither here nor there. Leviticus managed to earn his way to the finals in every step of the way, and I think he's going to be a good force to be reckoned with in the playoffs when we get to it. It's gonna be interesting to see how that all pans out.
Well, let's bring Dimwit in here while Leviticus finishes out his run, because it looks like he's going to run it out. Get a couple of words with the champ here really quick. How is it going, Dimwit? Congratulations, your 5th monthly tournament victory.
Thank you. It's always a really sweaty time. And, with a player at the caliber of Leviticus, you don't take anything for granted in the finals. And it's just always a total blast fighting with him. We do this every week at the weekly checkup, and it's always a blast. He's a super chill dude, and it's just a pleasure to get to play with him.
Absolutely, and seeing him get into 2 consecutive finals is absolutely an accomplishment. There's really only been 2 other players who have done it, and that's you and Packy. So, and speaking of Leviticus, we do have Leviticus live here with us. Tough break on that first match, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. About that.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah. It's